If we were standing around the LGBTQ plus water cooler, this is what we might all be talking about this week. I'm really excited because something new for me. I can't wait to learn what hot topic we're going to talk about. It's called our Queer Hot Topic. September 21st is the 4th season of It's Happening Out, and it begins with some new personalities. Here at It's Happening Out, we talk about almost and all of the most important cultural issues that affect us. Tonight we discuss a very serious issue that touches the lives of many in the LGBTQ plus community. Tonight we discuss the top tips of one of the most sacred of gay traditions, throwing a gay sex party.
Hey.
New It's Happening Out fetish cast members, Elimination Onyx and Mark Moffat, had many recommendations for this topic that we're going to tell you about right now. First, planning ahead is vital. Second, make sure you place your place space isn't a shared one. It can make for an uncomfortable night for your roommates.
Yeah.
Third, keeping the guest list private is very important, as many people may not want their sexcapades known. Fourth, make sure there is no recording of the party and that people know to keep what happens at the event private. Fifth, sex parties are best if they are BYOB. And by that, of course, we mean bring your own bottle. And by that, we mean we're talking about lube. Some other quick notes are that people need to know that if they want toys, they should bring those as well. Yeah. Safety is always important. Avoid private spaces. Don't be afraid to ask people to leave, and make sure you've got your furniture covered, because lube slicks can cause what is called sexcidents. If you have further questions, feel free to contact It's Happening Out, and an experienced member of our production team can assist you. Our Hot Topic headline of the week: want to host a sex party? Here is the checklist that could help you. What do we think? Sex parties.
A very smart list. Things that you need to do, things that you need to be, aware of, right? Like take everybody's phone when you walk in. Why are you laughing?
I thought the first one was incredible. Be prepared.
Be prepared. Plan.
Like the scouts.
John, plan ahead.
If the water is not clear, you should not be here.
Yes.
Here's the bottom line on this. I thought this was an interesting, having this conversation. Do people still have sex parties?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah? Well, tell me.
Do explain, John Aiden.
Well, first off, one thing I'd like to add to the list: protect your pets. Like, make sure that they don't sneak out or things like that. I love Lady Buttons, and I don't want her getting out.
No.
And she doesn't need to see what's happening.
No.
Also, I usually have people over like after the ramrod closes. So, it's just a short walk. I have a pool, a hot tub, and like a little swing chair that can double as a sling. Oh, I'm just telling my people should come to my place after.
Yeah, that's what I got from that.
I think you got invited, John. You got invited.
I have a whole core of friends that host parties, and I don't know. I think it's cool, and I think it's old-fashioned simultaneously. It's like, why is it such an organized kind of thing? But it
should be. It needs to be organized. Yeah. Sex accidents. What is this? Sexcidents. Sexcidents. That is a true thing. You guys know that I have a doggy company. So one of my clients always brings her dogs over when she's going to have her sex parties.
Wait,
okay.
Wait, dogs have sex parties?
Of course.
Why wouldn't they? The hell? We like sex. We have sex. Vagina and kale. Didn't I tell you at the beginning of the show?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So,
that's rushing back to Jonathan.
Yeah.
I take care of her pets. And so when she and her partner are going to have their sex parties, they bring their dogs over so little Mittens doesn't see the crazy.
Sure. But I think if I'm hearing you right, I think you like the spontaneity of it. You like planning it takes away a little bit of the.
No, but you have to plan it. And I went to her house to pick up the pups, and I see there was streamers, and there was lube, and there was toys on one table, and there was like a slip and slide thing on the right, and there was like.
Wait, you were there?
I went to pick up the dogs, Al.
You didn't get invited?
That's what she said.
That's what a good. That's a good news guy.
So
slip the question in to make her trip up her answer.
So you went to pick up the bitches so that
the bitches can get it on.
So the other bitches can have a good time.
Let's focus on the girls for only 7 more seconds, because
then we're
all
there.
we're talking about. Yeah,
they were prepared.
And
That's good.
do you imagine that a girl's sex party is different than the boy's sex party?
Of course, it's prettier and it tastes better.
Well,
I got
well, now.
cupcakes, little cheese.
You get
and
some Tupperware on the way out. You pick up a candle.
Okay.
Like,
Barney decorating. Wait,
right.
which team are you playing for?
I'm just
Because you're
saying-
decorating her sex
I
party.
already know it's definitely gonna give like pink everywhere.
Well, it's definitely a lot more candles.
there'll be vulvas everywhere.
Oh my God! I'm sorry. They're going to be what?
Vulvas.
Vulvas. Oh, I thought
Vagina
you said
cookies.
vulvas.
Not the House of Volvo,
Yeah.
not to be confused.
Vagina cookies. Yeah.
Oh, I got so much shit.
Yeah.
By the way, I got so much shit over the House of Volvo.
Did you?
Oh my God! I didn't get it. And how would it change? All right, and we heard his explanation. How would it be different for girls' sex parties versus boys' sex parties? What would we expect?
According to your list, not much. Okay, there's games, there's sex games. You know, there's you throw everybody's name in a hat and you start off slowly in
Does
like
it-
smaller groups.
Oh, that doesn't
and,
happen to
surprise
the
you?
you know,
guys.
and then everybody just gets together and has a
Does it
crazy old time.
surprise you if I said the majority of gay men would go, really? There's 6, 8, 10, 12 girls getting together for a sex party?
Yeah, you guys would be surprised.
That we would be
right?
surprised that you're doing that?
We have sex, Al. I don't understand why you would be surprised.
No,
You wouldn't be surprised, right?
I'm surprised at the orgy-like event. I'm not surprised that you guys have sex, that it's a setup party that you guys would have.
That's different.
Yeah.
No one in the sound of my voice would go 6, 8, 10, 12 guys.
Would it
we wouldn't
happen?
even think twice about it.
Would it happen as much as you guys? Probably not.
Yeah.
Okay, I will say that, you know, and like
Definitely
it's
gonna be
not
like a 3-day weekend for y'all.
it's not like, you know,
You sound like you have so much experience with it.
it's a buffet. Everybody eats.
Listen, I've read
What magazine is this?
Lesbian news.
Wikipedia.
So, in terms of the guys doing, you think it's pretty common? Or has Grindr changed everything? We don't really pay attention to the fetishness of group sex parties because we're in Grindr. We just get into Grindr and that's that.
Well, there
at the party.
Well, there are different styles of parties. Like there are paid parties where everyone contributes a dollar amount, and then porn stars would show up, or people who have 9-pound enlarged penises show up. So you're paying for what you're getting. And then there's those that are spontaneous. Where like a friend of mine who went to meet up someone on Grindr, and there was another gentleman there, and they're like, well, we might as well make a party. And they said, I have someone else coming, and it ended up being 6, 7 individuals just spontaneously happening.
Yeah, that did not know each other.
They did not know each other.
Oh,
no.
isn't that interesting? Yeah.
That's fun.
And did you like that party?
I was definitely not there, homeboy.
I like how you snuck that in.
So, Jonathan, what are you doing after Ramrod tonight?
Yeah, right.
Having an orgy with you, John Hayden.
No, he lives right around the corner, literally around the corner.
Do you?
I'm gonna get around his corner
do you
too.
Feel? Do you have disappointment if you're not in that in circle of party invites? Is that a slight when you don't know this party's going on or this party's going on? Is that a slight to us in any way, or it doesn't matter?
It's funny because an ex of mine had this happen to him, and he didn't want to be a part of the orgy, but every time he went to a party, it ended up turning into one towards the end, and they took it as he was being like kind of a
Snobbish.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so they stopped being friends because he's like, I don't want to be a part of the orgy. The reason why I leave is not because you didn't invite me, it's because I don't want to be a part of it. Yeah. And they were like, oh, you're judging us. And so it became an issue.
Okay.
Now it's become a whole therapy session.
Yeah.
Right?
Basically.
It became a lesbian session.
Yeah, because I would
Talking
never,
about freaking feelings.
I don't want to be part of an orgy. Would I watch one? 100%. Would I judge you if you're my friend having orgies? Never.
And
But
I
I don't want to.
Chemistry too.
Well, and also once you're in that world, then you are a part of all these little sex parties everywhere. If you're not in it, then you're not in it.
You're not going to hear about them either, right?
You know, and
Yeah.
most women are not part of that world where that would be something that would just happen.
Another curiosity in these parties: do gay men are focused more? Like we had earlier conversation about the size issue. Is that valued at a party, or is it not valued? Does it make any difference? People's invites because of size, because of who they are, what they do.
Well, you like to have
Any
you like to have a
standards?
variety. You can have just like like a nice little pocket gay. It's like 4 or 5 inches, and then you can have a little bear and
otter over here,
and then
yeah.
the 9-pound guy from Germany.
No,
I mean, sometimes you're not gonna
Stay
find
right over there.
Yeah. Sometimes you're not gonna find that big guy, so you're gonna play with what you have. There's not a gay guy in the world that's gonna say no just because there's not a big dick in the party.
Yeah.
Please, I've met some. I've met some. Smaller the better for me.
They say no to you. Oh.
And
Baby.
and
Listen.
wait, you
They
haven't
say yes.
been listening well, by the way. So
I heard about the average thing already.
right,
trust me.
okay, right,
I said,
exactly. And in terms of these parties, do we worry about
Safety?
any of the
Because for the girls, we
safety
do. And I was going to ask that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
if I don't, for the girls, they have safety issues and safety measures. Up to you if you want to use them or not. So I always wondered about the boys.
What are your safety measures?
Well, we have we have dental dam and
Yeah.
crap like that. That sucks. And you end up starting to use it and then you go, F this, and you throw it away and you go all in.
Right.
Is that kind of what happens to you?
Right.
Wait, we are like the girls.
And it's like, so the same.
Same shit.
Okay, got it.
We're in the right space.
But we try. We're trying.
Yeah, you try it first, and then it
thought
goes
that
out the
counts.
fucking door. I mean, and we're, a lot of us are on prep. So once you say you're on prep, game on. No one thinks about anything
So
else.
is that something that they're asked before you go to
I
a
don't-
party?
I'm not sure, but I've definitely asked people, during a hookup, like,
Do you
are
believe them?
Fucking do. I'm like, okay, like I'm not checking like
From
they're
the standpoint, you're protected with the exception of the
Anyway.
possibility of an STD,
Right.
Which is a solvable problem post event.
Yeah, but not everybody's so open. Christopher's open about his status, okay? And I think that's a
but you
beautiful
gotta be
thing
in
to be.
Florida.
Well, you should be, but
gotta
people
be
are
in Florida
not.
'cause you
But don't
can
get it
clink, clink.
twisted. But don't get it twisted. A lot of folks are not.
What do y'all
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
about the biggest of these parties? What have you heard? Like in South Florida, I've heard about this and this party. Have anybody heard anything about any particular kinds of parties?
Biggest one I've been to is like 20 people.
Yeah.
Here, not counting
Home?
not counting bathhouses or 321 or stuff like that.
that's
Not
right.
counting those.
Is there like a towel boy? Is there someone that his whole job is like to hand out towels or lube or anything like that?
we don't have concierge services at that.
No, you don't have like an orgy.
well, then I don't want to go.
But think about it. You should have an orgy
Let's say at
intern,
the
right?
Ritz.
Like an orgy intern that just gives
Not
out the
an
lube,
orgy
gives out the
intern.
towels.
Orgy intern.
Oh my
No,
God.
I want an orgy sommelier that was like, I'm going to pair you.
Yeah.
You.
You go
You're
good
going to
with
make
you.
great. Yeah.
2000. I'll tell you a quick story. 2016 was Pulse, right?
Pitch Fit,
2016.
Yes.
Yeah. May of 2016, I was in New York for DragCon, Jacob Javits. And while I was there, I was with Eddie Sotomayor. He was killed at Pulse the next month. He was my director of the RuPaul cruise, and we were invited to a party, and it was very interesting because I hadn't been to anything like it before, and it was a party where it was a replica of the party from Queer as Folk, and it was the 9-inch Night theme
At Babylon.
at Babylon.
Yes.
And it was a pop-up party done in a commercial space in Midtown Manhattan that was open and up for lease, and they had leased the space out for 2 days, and they were coordinating a party, and you paid $100 to get into it, and if it was 9-inch Night, and they had a curtain place where you walked into the door and you got hard and you got measured, and if you were 9 inches, you got in free. If you weren't, you paid $100.
Damn.
And of course, I was invited to the party and Eddie was invited to the party regardless.
So you didn't have to pay either way.
Either way.
But you were like, measure me anyway.
You're like, grab the ruler. I'm here.
I just want to show my friends.
And they did it right there.
never
You walked
measured mine.
into and forced your, and then you got an armband based on what it was.
So everybody knew.
Everybody in the room knew, and there were 300 people in the room.
Oh, I think they said there was 309 inch.
And there were
Jesus.
no. Then it was rare.
Yeah,
My red arm.
he was looking for it. He was looking for it.
missing. And I was shocked that so many people would come together and they would just be so free about it, and it really did. And Eddie, frankly, Eddie Sotomayor, he was beautiful, absolutely beautiful, participating in it and saying, "Nope, don't touch me."
Yeah.
I'm participating in the party by watching the experience, and it was really interesting. Second time, I was in Munich.
What did you do?
He did. Everybody in there is what he did. What? Who he did it to is the better question.
I was in Munich 1 year or 2 years earlier for Oktoberfest, and they have a gay event party that I went to, and you purchased your tickets. Again, I was invited, and another person from the RuPaul event was with me, and of course they wanted us to come, and we did, and didn't pay anything, but you bought your tickets based on your sexual preference, top or bottom. And I made the joke in a television show that I did on Bavarian television about, and we were talking about it when they were when the president was inviting me to this event, that the top tickets must go immediately. And he goes, no, the bottom tickets are the primary and expensive tickets. And when I went to the event, I realized why, because I went into the event and they only sold 200 tickets for bottom, but each person that had a bottom ticket had an assigned sling. So there were 200 slings in the warehouse. And it was like, I had never seen anything like it. And it was like, wow, this is a whole new world that I had absolutely no idea that existed.
And this was in Germany?
In Munich.
So it was the 9-pound guy there?
Probably.
He probably was.
He was the bottom.
It's interesting what's going on under our nose, and we just don't really realize it.
Yeah.
We like what we like, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, and when you know, you know.
When you know, you know. Okay, we're going to John's pool party Saturday night. LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.